Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2. A Terran versus Protoss. And already, we're not going to have any time for the intro, so let's just jump to it. In the bottom left, we have, well, somewhat in the bottom left, it's ByuN. The first thing he did before building any SCVs, anything else, is he sent an SCV out on the map. So the recipient of this incredibly on-brand build is going to be the most technologically minded Protoss. The Korean player. In the top right, we have Classic. He loves those high-tech builds, and he knows ByuN because he's already scouting for a proxy Rex, and momentarily it seems like he's gonna find it. Wow. All right. Oh, but ByuN's put it... Okay, well... Well, we'll see. Okay. All right, the SCV... Oh, come on. So ByuN, he I don't know how he does it, but he just, oh, what? Come on! He's bringing a second probe. ByuN is just, at what point is it even, oh, what is this? He's got like a move going. Oh my god, he's juggling it in the corner. This is disgusting. It's beautiful and like, somehow the SCV is, like, inside the... Oh, my God. He doesn't care. 2 probes pulled. Didn't even get that close to killing the SCV. ByuN knows what he's doing. He put this here not because he thought this was the best location to hide it. This is the best location to abuse his corrupt relationship with RNGesus. Alright, he's over there paying him 10% of his prize money to make sure his SCVs can't be hit by probes half the time. And here we are. Well, the Zealot going to really regret the fact that basic Protoss units don't even have range, whereas basic Terran units can jump up cliffs with a jetpack and heal. So here we are. That's 2 probes going on 3, and he gets a second shot, but he's gonna get out before the Adept completes the shade. Classic. Now, I don't know the translation for that, but I don't think it requires one. But I'm gonna do my best here, which is, are you trying to get Reapers nerfed again, you filthy Terran? ByuN says, just micro, bro. Skill issue. And here we are. Which is a little rude, but that does also seem on brand. Classic, I like the Reaper wall. Yeah, the Reaper, how's that working out for you, Classic? Is it? Everybody patrolling. Like that weird musical episode of every show that truly doesn't need a musical episode. What's going on? I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. I'm transfixed. Do the grenade thing! No, it just comes back in. Alright. Well... Now what? Now we have to play the rest of the game, because that wasn't nearly critical damage from the Reaper. ByuN doesn't have that much behind. We're just gonna have a good old-fashioned macro game behind it. But I do appreciate ByuN, because he always starts us off, more often than not, with something dramatic. That way I don't have to spend all that time where people usually click off the video instead of liking and subscribing. They're usually like, all right, well, we're sitting here watching, I don't know. Oh, whoa, whoa, what a crazy build Thermal's doing today. No, not yet. Not yet. ByuN's probably going to do something crazy. And he started out with that barracks, which makes people excited. People who aren't Protoss who are trying to stop him from proxy barracks, but... That was a little disgusting. I don't, like, obviously he's doing the if you... halt and then rebuild and you halt again, the halt command, which is like the stop building command. The SCV will not go that far immediately, so you can kind of maneuver it, but it definitely slows down the build time of your barracks. And that's what ByuN was doing once he got to a certain point, but some of it was truly RNG. Because you can't just keep... Oh my god. Everyone needs to calm down. Like, yes, we know this game has a patrol key. It's not AoE 4, but like... Winter, a year after, they added the patrol option. Okay? You can patrol your units. Almost a year after the $60 release of the game, they invented that technology. So don't you make fun of AoE 4. Alright? I won't. Alright. It's one of my top 4 Age of Empires games. Maybe 5. Well, classic. Blinks in. 4 Stalkers. That's it. But on the other side, ByuN. He saw the Stalkers out of position, and he just goes right in with the Raven. I'm interested to see with the new patch coming up soon. Not live yet. This is still played on our old, essentially 3 years old patch, minus some little tweaks earlier in 2022, but the Raven being less costly and building faster, but auto turrets costing 75 energy instead of 50. Be interesting to see how that pans out. I don't think it's going to affect PvP very much. I think players will still get one Raven, and they'll still send it out, and I'll still be questioning why, because it feels like the Raven is kind of important to have as a tool with your army. But, well, here's why. Here's the answer. Is, one, you don't really have the minerals for anything else early on while you're developing. You want to get your barracks up, you want to get your SCV count up, all that. And also, on the off chance they go DTs, you need detection. So that is why you build the Raven for the most part. It isn't like this is the best probe harass unit. It's, I'm safe against these options. It doesn't cost many minerals. And worst case scenario, it can go maybe kill some probes. And ByuN, he realizes that, oh, with the Colossus there, that Raven could be useful. The Colossi are coming in. Extended thermal lance a long way off. The siege tanks slam into one of the sentries. And he loses it. The force field's just delaying here. The Raven, the Classic rightfully had a Stalker there, but the Raven is now part of the army. Will Classic be able to put together enough defense? ByuN picks up. You guys know the rest. And he goes to the main. The scan, he's making moves. He's giving him eyes right now. But guess what? He wasn't watching his hands. And that sounds inappropriate. It's going to be inappropriate for Classic's probe line here momentarily because, boom. Not really a boom so much as a drizzle of Marines and Marauders. It's raining men in Classic's main as the Colossus angrily sidesteps around, and ByuN is able to get out with everyone but one brave Marine. And meanwhile, oh, the Widowmine was spotted. No armory there. ByuN gets essentially everything out, but doesn't do much damage. It wasn't really a requirement to do damage, though, here. In Classic, in pure Classic fashion, is sprinted to the Colossi. He's only now adding on the Forges. He's also getting a Templar Archives. So he's getting pretty much the rest of the ground-based tech tree. As ByuN, all of this bought him the time. Look at the worker count. He's got 67 SCVs to just 65 probes. And, I mean, add mules into the mix. And,
the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
Classic right now just getting outmaneuvered. And with it, his economy going to suffer. He's going to be reliant on trying to catch ByuN out of position. Because ByuN, look at the supply. It did not take long. ByuN got all his production online, and with that economy, he's up now. Almost nothing's happening. He's up 30 supply. Yeah. Once that production comes online, it becomes like this is going to be a dicey few minutes here for Classic. Good start. He's got charge lots. Charge? Yeah. Load it into a prism. Double Ruptor on the way. These are still full-strength Ruptors, not the new slim-fast Ruptors. Not the we haven't done the diet patch yet, where everything's a little faster. It can slip through smaller areas, but smaller radius, all that. Well, the charge lot's in the main. And here we go again. Is ByuN actually going to come back? Wow. Okay. He moved all the way off the map for this. This was the most predictable yet effective. Wait, what happened? He lost it. Oh my god. Meanwhile, disrupted, but the Marauder's chasing. Oh, so much, so fast. Another Ruptor shot. Dodges away, tanks. The Viking count looking very healthy. Those are full, that's a full energy Raven. Scrambles one Colossus. Gets the second interference matrix. Dodges the Ruptor shot into the medevac. It was danger close to the Stalkers here. There's still 2 charge lots in the main. Is anybody going to deal with... Does anybody see them? Anyone? The SCV's wondering, like... The charge lot's just standing very still, and ByuN has not noticed. But despite all this, losing the Prism really hurts Classic, and he doesn't really have the army on the ground here to deal with what ByuN's bringing to the table. Those Disruptors going to go fishing. We'll see if they can bring anything home. There's still enough energy for another interference matrix here. Draws out a Disruptor hit. He's got to dodge the charge lots away. Clips a lot of the bio there. Curves into the tanks. Takes it down. Ooh. Vikings knock down a Colossus. One more Disruptor in the tank here. Guardian Shield gonna help out. Another Ruptor shot. ByuN loses one Marauder. Oh my god. The Terran army is just stimming and winning though. With no splash damage besides a single Colossus. The charge lot's still standing very still in the main, by the way. He's standing his ground. Finally 1-1 finished up. Actually, it finished up a little before that fight. But ByuN driven back for now. I wonder when either player... Who's going to realize these charge lots are here first? We're still going. Now, ByuN has not... Classic is short up his defenses. He's dealing with... I can't handle this. I feel like I'm getting trolled right now. There's a Widowmine over here. How does nobody notice? It's in vision. ByuN can see them.
I am here in the shadows.
Well, another Widowmine. Yes, even pros, guys. Hey, come on! They're obviously on hold position here. Are they? Alright. Ghosts on the way. Neither player able to get a decisive advantage. It feels like, it almost always feels like ByuN has the momentum, but a couple good Disruptor hits will do a lot to turn the tides. I can't stop staring at that corner of the minimap. I can't do it. It's right there. I feel like they're just gonna die. In that, like... Well, 4 Ruptors. Fires a shot. 5 the Widowmine. Meanwhile, a few charge lots, but a Planetary shuts it down. ByuN noticed. He noticed. I saw his minimap camera. Oh god, the 2 brothers. Finally, they've been waiting. I wonder if Classic. I wonder how Classic feels because he started moving them right at the end. Is that a oh my god or a wow? I totally forgot. What? He wasn't waiting. There was no way. And this isn't gonna work either. Unfortunately, he's kind of going against the grain with this charge lot drop. Well, I say that, but he's also moving his army into position. And if he can force a fight with ByuN's back up against the wall, well, that's when Disruptors shine. They don't shine when the entire army gets EMP'd, though. Beautiful micro from ByuN. Another shot fired. Oh, direct hit! But the concave is beautiful. 1 or 2 good hits is not going to make up for all the damage. I can't believe it's not butter. This Terran spread is looking amazing. 1 Ruptor gets 1 or 2 on the way out. Yeah, Classic got a few jabs in there. He got a few good chunks of the army, but overall, ByuN lands the EMPs, and he cleans up most of the key units and forces out a recall that Classic really can't afford. 40 supply gap, +3, with only +1 armor. Though +2 is on the way. A couple of depths. I don't know if those are leftovers or... Well, he's up against a planetary, and this is kind of an interesting scenario we don't see very often. Is a depths behind a mineral line to deal with a planetary. I guess it works better than charge lots. Alright, disruptor hit. Screw that Marauder in particular. The Vikings, another charge lot drop. Ready to go. The disruptor count is getting a bit dramatic. 9 Ruptors right now. Charge lots come in, they drag some of the army back in Classic. He keeps losing battles, but his army keeps getting better, and he hasn't lost really much economy. He's adding on a Stargate now. He has enough disruptors. The Liberators are required at this stage. The Blink Stalker Ruptor makes it a necessity to have something that can help zone them out. Ideally, sometimes tanks, usually Liberators are the choice. And here we see ByuN opting for him. He's got +1 ship weapons, starting on +2 now. And ByuN picks up. Oh no. Recall's on cooldown. He can't recall to the main. The main base is wide open. I guess we're base trading as Classic decides he can't come back, so the only choice is forward. The Liberators will siege up a little late, but EMPs! Oh, God, the Stalkers are having a tough time. The Disruptor count is not high enough. He's firing more and more shots, but ByuN is holding. ByuN is holding. The Disruptors clear out the rest. But the main base is being gutted right now. Oh, everything's gone, and ByuN finally finds an angle. He cuts up the production. He rips down the Nexus. He chops down the tech tree, and with it, Classic is going to have an incredibly tough time recovering. He lost, well, now he lost both flavors of Templar. He lost the Nexus. How many, what does he even have left? 5 gates? He lost the Robo Bay. He lost the entire tech tree. Every branch. It's just an empty, a sad stump right now. He's got like 3 Robos and 5 gates. He's building Immortals. Good luck with that. Disruptor shots, EMP, Micro, Stutter Step, 1, 2, 3. 1 shot lands. Not nearly enough shot lands. EMP might be able to kill that Archon. Red HP. ByuN. Alright, well, that was a bit optimistic. It's just Mass Immortal. Immortal's not known for their effectiveness against Liberators. Here comes it. That's it. Tap it out. There we go. ByuN takes 1. Well. What a mess. I'm sorry. I distracted myself with our memes here, which are... We're missing a few, Jimmy. Then we got fresh memes. We're gonna have fresh memes, okay? We got new patch, new memes. No tired old memes. Some of them. Many of them, actually. But... Also, Classic spent that entire game not losing. I still can't get over the 2. Can we go to the game, please? Thank you. He spent the entire game, it felt like, not losing. From the very start, from the proxy racks. ByuN just... When ByuN is feeling it, you can tell. He hasn't even begun to peak. Because he might lose a battle, he might lose a 30-40 supply, but he's already out on the map again. Like... God, he just asserts himself out there, and he makes it work. Like Classic's army being stuck at the 3rd there, that should have been a great position for Classic. That should have been a spot he could launch a potentially deadly attack. But ByuN just jumped him, and he went straight for it from multiple angles. He ate a few disruptor hits, but he cleared the army out and forced a recall. It's those kind of moments you can't let him have. You have to head him off before you even get there. You cannot allow ByuN to play his game. The problem is, when even the SCV RNG is working against you, what are you gonna do? Alright? Like... Well, game 2, Data C. TVP a little less dependent, I guess, on the map layouts than Terran versus Zerg overall, but that doesn't mean you can ignore it. Data C well known for also, even more than Inside and Out, having a very droppable, sound it out, droppable main. That's as much as we're going to enunciate today. But especially if you start expanding towards the northern side, then the main base can sometimes be the closest base for a Terran player to attack. Is this a Stargate build, or what? What are you afraid of? Classic didn't scout, and he's expecting... Oh my god. Is the idea of Reapers really that scary? He didn't scout, though, so, like... He's just preempting it. I guess, yeah, last game he scouted, and look how that turned out for him, so why bother? Like... I think it's much cheaper to just build a shield battery in Chrono Stalkers than it is to pull probes, not delay a barracks, and then lose some to a Reaper. There was a time, I think Parting was the first one who started doing this. I don't know why we stopped, really, but when you just build a shield battery by default. Instead of going for the Reaper wall, just building the shield battery, because there are so many scenarios where it's going to be useful throughout the game. Did he try to do the grenade thing? I think he did. I think he screwed it up there a little. Ah, yes. This has become the standard Terran versus Protoss, essentially a TVT build. Double gas, Reaper, Hellion. This is one of those don't try this at home builds, because it works for players like Maru and ByuN's and Clem, because you have these intensely microable units, but they're relatively cheap. The thing is, if he loses one or two of these, there's nothing stopping Classic from walking across the map and winning the game. That is always a risk when you go for these very, very micro-intensive openers. Whittle Mine Drop. Ah, yes. A Classic tactic. We'll see if Classic is prepared. So bad. So bad. I think he is, actually. Yeah. Picks up a mine. Oh my god. He waited until the last second. Oh my god, that stressed me out so much. Hello? ByuN's somehow... But ByuN trying the old double zealot strat. Just stand very still and they might not notice. Unfortunately, with Phoenixes, that's not really possible, as the Phoenixes can't help but attack when they get close enough to the enemy. No. What am I watching? ByuN sends the Reapers back out. And the Hellion to make sure the Phoenixes kill them, because he wants to free up supply. Or... I don't have any idea, actually. That was kind of weird. Classic in a much, much better spot this game. He hasn't lost any workers, really. And by that I mean he literally hasn't. Wait. I take it back. Apparently he did lose a probe. He's got Phoenixes, which are both scouting and damage here. And build up value over time. He shut down that Whittle Mine Drop. Overall, great spot for Classic. Is kind of, oh my god. How to say Classic is playing without saying Classic is playing. Twilight Council, Forge, Extended Thermal Lance, and 1 Colossus. He's got 2 gates. We're going mech toss here. Just need the fleet beacon to follow it up. He's adding on the gates now with charge. Phoenixes came in, killed some more SCVs. Well, we got Stim, Combat, Shield, and +1. The triple threat on the way. A single Colossus is done. And the Raven has an interference matrix ready. There's a recall under the turret as he realizes, huh, I wonder where those units could be. Observer is spotted, but anything you can do to try to engage this army outside of the base, ooh, it should go without saying, without losing too many units. Yeah, ByuN's sharking around, looking for an opportunity. Classic does not have charge. He doesn't have extended thermal lance, though it's about to complete. ByuN has his basic bio upgrades. So overall, looking pretty good for ByuN's not going to try it. He's staying out on the map to... Yeah, if Classic makes a mistake, if he walks the wrong direction, a little too far too fast, well then ByuN might be able to grab a Colossus or two. But Classic understands the scenario. He's adding on more gates. He's finishing charge. He's got 68 probes. Okay, like 68 probes at 8 minutes. He's perfect. Okay, all right. We're gonna go up to 10 gates, as charge lots are very much in the future. He's gonna flood the field because ByuN does love those Marauders. Against Mass Marauder, while charge lots aren't incredible, it's just a numbers game. Like, the Marauders don't do their bonus damage. They can't slow down all the charge lots, at least not usually. They can pretty easily close the distance, so... Classic gonna try to take advantage of his comfortable economic position to just flood ByuN before he's able to max out with the right army. And ByuN has to sit back. I think he's realizing now. This is not gonna go his way if he's caught out on the map. No Ghost Academy yet. Armory, Engineering Bay. ByuN, always out. He's always putting himself out there. He really wants to feed back that Raven. It's full energy Raven. It won't quite kill it, but if you get rid of the energy, that's almost as good. There's the Ghost Academy. Why do you do that? Why do people do this? Like, this is one of the most important buildings. Why are you building as part of your wall? Ghosts are probably the most important unit to have in the later game in this matchup. Or most matchups. And he's like, yes, which makes it the perfect thing to focus on. He's upgrading enhanced shockwaves. He could very well lose this Ghost Academy. Well, the charge lot drop into the main. ByuN has to be very careful in splitting his forces. His army supply is at a 20 to 25 deficit or so. The drops into his own main here. Another attack, swinging around from the right flank. A few ghosts have popped out. Oh, the Raven has energy for now. I don't know where the Templar are, if they're all into Archons or not. Some sentries getting involved. EMP anti-armor missile is... Well, I think he got the Raven in there. The anti-armor missile ended up being quite good, actually. Meanwhile, though, charge lot's still in the main, finding SCV kills. In comes Classic again, a few Vikings. EMPs, great concave for ByuN. He's starting to defend here. Classic's gonna come in for another round. He still has the Prism with everything, but it feels like he's maybe overstaying his welcome. Well, here we go. Even one of the Colossus is hitting the depot there. And with EMP, the Vikings on the top, he might be able to take down the Vikings. Not the Vikings. The Vikings taking down the Phoenixes. That's the relevant part. As he ground down all the anti-air. Classic! He has a bunch of charge lots here, but almost no anti-air. He's starting to lose Colossi just to straight-up Vikings. Well, no target fire. The boys are pulled. That's gonna hurt him. Oh my god, 20 SCVs die immediately. Pulling the boys in this scenario is not ideal. He might be able to save the Colossi, but the economy is shattered. Oh, well, it's a bit late for a recall. So once again, he's not gonna get the Warp Prism with a Colossus tucked into it, but Classic loses his entire army. ByuN pulled the boys, and they were slaughtered. Instantly immolated by multiple thermal lances. I don't know if that was really... I mean, he held. ByuN wins the fight. But at what cost? He drops mules. That'll keep him going for a little longer. He just finished 2-2. He's got enhanced shockwaves for Ghost. But... is that his main? No, he's got a fourth. He's just gonna macro it out. He's gonna try. Mount Mule helps him climb out of the economic gap, at least for a while. Oh, make what you will of this graph right now. Oh, sweet. I mean, 20 worker deficit. Watch this. All right, the mules are starting to time out. Oh, wait. No, don't look at that. The Vikings. This is quite a long patrol here. Oh, come on. Stop it. Well, now ByuN also has... He's caught up in the SCVs. He used this. He had a 4th command center, so... Vikings kill a spotting pylon, so I guess it did its job. There's still a prism at the back, which kind of opened up the map originally. Yes, better. Alright, the mules are done. Alright. Ah, no! Ah, yes, automation is taking over. Good old-fashioned workers aren't getting the job done anymore. You better go fight those colossi or you'll be replaced with a robot. It's like, but isn't both going to happen? Doesn't matter. Why can't the mules fight the colossi? Regulations. Meanwhile, charge lots into the main. Disruptor shots going fishing right now. The orbital command taking a lot of damage, but at the last second will be repaired. ByuN struggling to split against the Ruptors. There's 7 of them. The charge lots opened up an opportunity. Oh my god. Okay. It almost burned. But ByuN has managed to recover. His army supply is better than Classic right now. He hasn't been able to keep the momentum he had in the last game. And that means Classic, he has 10 gateways, double robo. He's got a lot of leeway here. But he still can't just lose this army. He needs to at least trade it out. Do whatever he can to keep ByuN busy. And yeah, those charge lots are doing a pretty good job. EMP slowing things down. Disruptor shot. Whoa, he leans into it with a couple Marauders there. You gotta be real careful. Oh, another one. Whoa, and another one. At some point, we're gonna run out. Another Ruptor. Oh, he missed. Oh, big hits. More Ruptors. The Vikings are actually doing a whole lot of damage here to the Colossi, but there's almost no bio left underneath. Yeah, the Disruptors. He fired so many shots. There was so much going on. They're still... What is with Classic and just having charge lots in the main? It looked bad for ByuN. But surprisingly... Oh my god, they're at exactly the same moment. With... Wow. With the shields and +3. I'd say the +3 probably a little better there, especially since shields don't matter much against EMP. Oh, ByuN playing with Disruptor fire there. Oh, that looked real close. Another... Oh, he's gonna try to warp in, but the cancels the warp in except for one very brave zealot. Oh, wow. ByuN is a quarter second away from disaster on every front. But that quarter second is one Classic can't find. Like, the Warp Prism dies. ByuN's now floating to the northern base. He's so close to landing these Ruptor hits. There's 10 Ruptors and 0 Liberators. This is untenable. You can't dodge that much. That is not possible. I don't care what cheat codes you have. I mean, all right. 1, 2. He's got more where that came from. Big hits, but actually somehow ByuN takes the supply lead, at least until the next warp-in. A few more SCVs go down. ByuN down to 57, which leaves his army supply at 117. Like, this is too many. There's 10 disruptors. He's building immortals now because that's actually too many. At this point, you can fire 3 off at a time and always have more, pretty much. Like, at some point, you can just target down all your Raptors if you're not careful. And it's around this point. Somehow ByuN has kept his supply at a reasonable... Like, his army supply is actually higher. Oh my god, he stimmed it! Oh my god! He gets all of them! Oh my god! And it's a disaster! He clears the field! Oh no! He jumps him again! Oh my god! ByuN was waiting for it! You saw it too! He's sitting there like a tiger! Oh, he's like a tiger, alligator, viper, hippopotamus, all in one. And he just jumps the Raptors, and suddenly Classic loses every one of those insanely expensive units instantaneously. Not a single shot lands. Oh, some more disruptors in the main. Oh, he's feeling it. Oh, he might be feeling it too much. Oh, ByuN's like, yeah, watch this, bro. No, you can't. Lightning's not gonna strike that many times, I hope. But meanwhile, oh my god. The Blitzkrieg from ByuN. He's still going. There's just ghosts everywhere. Definite F2 from Classic as the Warp Prism decides it doesn't want any piece of that. Oh no! Maybe we should buff disruptors. I got bad news for you, Classic. I got bad news. Meanwhile, in the main. It's not over yet. This is still, like, we're still 2 or 3 disruptor shots away. I'm not gonna say 1, but like maybe 2 or 3. There's some DTs. The thing is, ByuN has restabilized his economy. Alright, well. Oh my god. He's just styling on him now. Oh my. He's EMPing the Zealots at point blank. He EMP'd it. He EMP'd his own ghost with the ghost to kill. That's like, that's... His medevacs have been out of energy for like 3 years. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh my god. Oh, he turns it. I can't. I need to watch again. What a ByuN moment. He's just... You're never safe. You cannot look away for any more than 0 seconds. So this is when he has 10 Raptors to work with. And this isn't the end of the series, by the way. It's a best of 5. We got more games. Or at least 1 more game. I need to see that moment again. I guess it was that close to the end. Like, this is the key. Oh, the Widowmine spotted it. Ah. Look at the cameras right now. This is ByuN's camera. You can see the minimap. And over here is Classic trying to maneuver charge lots against Marauders. Classic warped in more charge lots. ByuN knows he's looking the other way. Alright, he sees the army. Oh no. Wow. Let's check this in real time. This is the Classic cam. Ah, fire everything! Ah, fuck! I don't, fuck out of there! Oh, look, triple chrono. Oh. Oh my god. And then from ByuN. Oh, he sees it. He's like, alright, here we go, boys. He had vision from the Widow Mines. Oh. Well. Well. That was certainly a turnaround. Somewhere in the several thousand minerals and gas evaporate in less than the time it takes to fire off a purification nova. You know how I know? We watched it happen. Match point. Moon dance. Jesus. What do you do? Like, what do you do? I do think that 10 Raptors is too many. There is a point where it's just... It'd be better to have Immortals or Colossi or something else. Usually the other side of the double Ds is the blank DTs. As a kind of a similar but very different unit of getting damage done. Problem is, you can't lose every Raptor. Dude, you can't. It was a clear mistake out of Classic. But the voraciousness, the predatory nature of ByuN. Oh my god. He knew his best chance was doing exactly that, and he made it happen. And I'm sure Classic did too, and that has to hurt so badly. Like, I don't know. Classic knows too. He's sitting there with 10 Raptors with like 2,000 in the bank maxed out. He's like, well, this should be the army, but let's be careful. Oh no. Oh no, not again. Oh. It's truly the commitment too. You can't hesitate. Literally a split second. You try to stutter or you micro away or split for a split second, you might not kill the Raptor. Which one? Exactly, right? Like, kinda. The answer is any of them. So, what I'm trying to say is if you take damage to disruptors, it's a skill issue. You have not yet attained the skill of being ByuN. It's alright. Most of us. In fact, the overwhelming majority of the world suffers from not being ByuN. And they're worse off for it, in my opinion. But, hopefully you can find solidarity with those in the comments, in the chat, in complaining about how ByuN is ByuN and you are not. And that was such a... Oh my god. Put your right legs in, put your... Okay. No, don't. Steve, no. Stop that. Stop that. We were told we're stalkers, not dancers. Alright? Left, right. That's it. Nothing, no. No more dancing. Alright. If there's a Widow Mine, you'll go first. Well, how will we know? You'll let us know, Steve. You'll let us know. Speaking of, well, this is gonna get a bit awkward. Okay, well, this is, Oh! And the Widow Mine's trying to outflank Steve. Alright. Oh, he's just gonna... I don't know if I agree with that choice. It is certainly one of the choice... Oh! Yeah, ByuN remembering the ancient ability to repair medevacs. We thought that was lost many years ago in the Brood War. With medevacs, which did not exist. Or so we were told. But ByuN realizing, indeed you can repair. It may just be limited to 1 medevac. Once you get like 6 medevacs, the ability to repair just disabled. We all know that. That's a science fact. If you've ever watched Terran play with more than 6 medevacs, you'll know you cannot repair them. Really though, like people need to repair their medevacs way more often. Everyone does it too. No one is immune. Well, so this Widowmine drop never happened. Now ByuN is stuck in his base against this early Stargate shenanigans. We're playing a little bit of ring around the add-ons here. After the Raven, time for Stim. We got tanks out. Phoenixes. Phoenixes did great last game. I think the Phoenixes were the key part of the strategy. It's just, it wasn't that the Phoenixes let Classic down. Classic let the Phoenixes down. Dramatically, when they all died to Vikings because he wasn't really paying attention. Oh god, he Reaper walled. Classic! Have you not been watching my casts? Well, the Reaper wall, now he has to move to try to defend it. The Reaper wall is such a liability. One of my most pet peeves. Oh, did he get a target fire? There's still a barrier on the Immortal. A couple auto turrets to zone out here. I try to get... Let's just go for the gate. The Colossus is out. Going for the gateway. Well, there goes the gateway. Or does it? Is it? He doesn't know what he wants. Obviously, the Colossus is a... Oh, my God. Oh, God. That was the worst possible option. And now he's still going. Oh, that was... that wow, he lost everything. It's a disaster. Oh, wow. Wow, that I didn't think... I was imagining multiple scenarios where it could go kind of poorly. I imagined no scenario where it went quite that badly. He managed to lose everything. That was a meticulously crafted setup there by Classic to lose also, I mean, give ByuN credit as well. 9 SCVs here. Like, ByuN made that happen. And he... Also... Okay, guys, wait a second. ByuN's at 41 SCVs. Like, ByuN's over there. He comes back. And there's not that much to come back to. He's not even... Yeah, it's 10 SCVs. And a couple Marauders he got. So, and Classic has been mining off this back, but he's getting +1 air weapons. He's like, yeah, the Phoenixes. Okay, go ahead. He knows what he wants. He doesn't even have a forge. He's getting +1 air weapons. So, yeah, we've made a decision here, I see. The issue is, for ByuN, with this economy, like, he put a lot into this. Oh, here come the Phoenixes. He put a lot into that attack, and he doesn't really have the economy. Oh, well, yeah, this is not... The Phoenixes come in to save the Colossi from themselves. Oh, yeah, that's not great. A few probes go down to the medevac at the back. There were no medevacs in the fight. But the Phoenix is the catch-all here for all the mistakes of the ground army. Ooh. And they clean it all up. They had 9 probes. 9 probes down. He's gonna get Phoenix range. And you know what? I take it back. He's gonna go for a carrier. I wouldn't be surprised to see Phoenix range as well. He's building a Colossus, a carrier, and he has 3 gateways. Okay, Classic. If you insist. It is the carrier map, but he's still got map control, like these Phoenixes. What is the units lost right now? ByuN has lost 1,300 more minerals, 200 more gas. It's not getting any better. Ghost Academy's done, but the carriers will be fully operational by the time any sort of real counter army arrives. Beautifully done. Sure, ByuN won a battle here. It was, and let's make no mistake, it was a bit embarrassing for Classic. But he's doubled down on the Stargate units, and ByuN now is left with essentially an all-in. Is he just... Well, he's taking a fourth. I take it back. He doesn't know he's left with all-in yet. Did he see a carrier? Did he see the carrier? He did not. He has not seen a carrier yet. Oh, here come the... Oh, EMP. And never mind. Alright, those Phoenixes. No shields. Energy reset. Your time has ended. Go home. More carriers being chronoed. Unfortunately for ByuN, by the time he realizes he's up against... He probably has his suspicions. But by the time he realizes he's up against this, it's already going to be too late. Ah.
Upgrade complete.
If he didn't see it there, yeah. What's the play here? He's got his chew toy depots. There's Phoenix range. Cannons everywhere. He's not leaving it up to chance. Oh. I'm pretty... Well, okay, well... In case it wasn't clear. He's gonna go for the mass bio. He's just gonna try to gun down the interceptors. Throw some EMPs out in front. SC2. Oh, wow. SC2 is a long way off for ByuN. He's nowhere close to any dramatic upgrades. He's just adding... he's settling in. What is it? I love this. The spotters. Oh, the spotter ruptor. Whoop. Bap, bap. Aha! Oh. Aha! You didn't expect the second... Oh. It was a good try. It was a clever idea. Didn't really work out. Well, okay, ByuN. ByuN realizes the time for really trying to win a timing attack passed a while ago. So he maxes out, and then he finds the army here. There are multiple, but he gets an EMP on everything! Oh, God. Well, does he have enough to kill... Oh, another Ruptor? Dead. But there's no anti-air. There's just not nearly enough anti-air. Not even remotely. Like, he completely wipes the ground army. But the carriers have arrived. You gotta be careful not to EMP your own ghosts or medevacs here. He gets a... That was a pretty nice one, I think, on the interceptors. He's trying to click down the medevacs. And ByuN taps it out. The carrier's overwhelming. There's just not enough anti-air. Classic scrapes one back. The Phoenix is lifting him up and knocking ByuN down. We'll see if that is a running trend going for... Like, the Phoenixes were definitely it. That was it. Those were the plays. But in game 4, yes, 4, ByuN not sending an SCV out. Just throwing that one out there. Kind of surprised. We're here on Stargazers. I mean, it's literally one letter away from being Stargaters. So, I'm just saying, like, the map is trying to, it's screaming at you what it's good at. So I would not... this is the air map as well, with these distances and like the beachhead area. ByuN has one... It's the most obvious strategy, but that doesn't mean you can stop it. Like, that's what StarCraft's all about. Just because you know it's coming doesn't mean you can stop it. And that's why players like ByuN are so good. Like, when Classic can have 10 Raptors, see the army, and then somehow ByuN still wins, the ByuN effect. I think the only way to realistically lock down your back base here, which is a full base, it's not even like the small pocket base on Moondance. You got full 8 mineral patches, 2 gases. You gotta go for the Stargate. Anything else is relying on catching units before they're able to drop, which is good luck with that. ByuN gonna start with the back base. Ooh. A bit spicy. A touch of spice. Not a lot of spice, just a little spice, like a pinch of I don't know what spice. Come up with something semi-exotic, but you don't know what it actually tastes like. Saffron. Yes, saffron. A little bit, just a pinch. 1 metric pinch of saffron is what it is. Okay, show me the grenade. He kind of screwed up. Okay. He just kind of dies. Which is not gonna... Okay. ByuN is just building 3 CCs and then 3 racks. He's going for the 3-3 build. With no other units. Oh my god, Classic. Classic, where's the prism? He's building a sentry. Unfortunately, or well, I guess he can't really afford much more, but I think he wanted to force field the ramp, potentially. But having a sentry is not the most horrible thing. And against just Marines, he's going to have 3 gates, whereas, oh my god, he's just losing his Marines. Like, he's going to have 3 gates against a reactored Rex. That's all there is right now. And he might lose this Stalker. Help me, stop, Prism, I'm stuck! Oh my god. Classic, come back here with that Prism. Come back here. Come on. Yeah, this is why we always work in our sentry. Oh my god, his attack is delayed by like 20 seconds because of the clip sentry. Well, here we are. 3 stalkers at the back. Meanwhile, the rest... Oh no. He didn't repair the reactor. ByuN went for 3 CC. Classic gonna get very lucky here. ByuN's going to have to pull the voice. If he wants any hope. He's nowhere close to stim. He doesn't have a bunker. He's gonna be supply blocked, even with the 3rd command center. He's gotta pull the voice. There's no other choice. He's trying to, like, a Guardian Shield Sentry. You can't build. There are no more units coming out. This is your best chance to defend right now. He's supply blocked, so... Behind it, Classic's building a Robo-Bay as he realizes the situation. Classic flirting here. Come on, just get in there! He's wondering. I don't think he's seen... Okay, he's seen the 3rd CC. Stim is done somehow. I guess there's not going to be any medevacs. The entire point of all this was the ramp block, but ByuN circumvented that by expanding to the back first. But Classic's like, no, I'm gonna do the ramp block. All I have to do first is break down the entire ramp and bait units out. Here we are. Alright, well. The boys are pulled. Even if ByuN holds this, which... It's 22 SCVs, 24, 26. It's 2 Gs of SCVs. Well, Classic correctly gambled that ByuN was going to do a greedy build on a greedy map. Well gambled by Classic. And he brings it even just like that. We're heading to Game 5. ByuN, it feels like ByuN has been getting more confident no matter what the outcome of the games are. He just gets more confident as the series goes on. He's like, yeah, I can totally get away with 3cc, no units. And you know what? If it was another Stargate build, he would have been fine. It would have been no problem. But, because he would have had plenty of Marines and no threat at the ramp. But guess what? Classic had another card to play. Alright, probe. What? Oh, no, never mind. We're already 45 seconds in. I'm like, Nexus first? No, he's scouting for Proxy Rex. Thank you, ByuN, for being very caster-friendly by starting off with that disgusting Proxy Rex into macro game. That's the ideal. You made it this far in the video. You're going to watch the rest. Alright? You made it. You're not who we're talking about. But I'll tell you, if you're going to not watch the rest of the video, you're going to decide that in the first, like, 30 seconds to a minute. If not earlier. So ByuN, by sending that SCV out right at the start of the series, really helping out across the board. Shout out to ByuN for being very caster-friendly and making things dramatic. And this is why, quite literally, nobody watches Age of Empires. That's actually not true. Because in Age of Empires 2, you start with a scout, a unit that can micro around and pretend to be doing something for like 7 minutes until anything else happens. But at least you have that to stare at, so... like and subscribe. Rest in pieces, Horsicus. Dying to town centers every other game. I'll be on. Back to the classics. This is his comfort build. His comfort build is making Marines and Marauders. Not some silly Widowmine drop, which are getting less and less effectiveness. Not some crazy 3cc. It's just 3 racks. 3 barracks on a ramp, on a map, I'm sorry, on a map with a ramp to the natural. Which means it's not supposed to be great. Like, this is not... It's innately less powerful because they can force field or defend the ramp relatively easily. But that's not going to stop ByuN. And by no means is it all in. You can easily use it to deny a third base and just get an advantage until you get to medevacs with it. So, ByuN has gone every which way out of 3 Rexes before. And by every which way, I mean into a full macro game where he builds more of the same units. Not like, I'm going Hyperflight Banshee now. Not that. More like a... it was the sentiment, not the literal interpretation. Why am I explaining this? There are 3... He's selling a Stargate build. He is selling it. 3 Adepts means I'm going Stargate. There's an Oracle coming. There's an Oracle coming right now, ByuN. So you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. And I'm telling you why. Because guess what? An Oracle is not happening. There is no Oracle. ByuN has enough Marines in the main to defend the Oracle. get, but it is just a Blink Stalker build. I'm not entirely sure what Classic meant to accomplish with this, because it feels a little like an awkward timing to go for, like, the Adepts. He didn't... Well, if it wasn't a Barracks build, maybe the Adepts would have done a lot of damage, but it is a Barracks build, so... Yeah, he's now convinced. Oh my god. It was lag, bro. What? I don't, what are we doing here? There seems to have been a pause, but we don't pause for anyone here. An interesting attempt to kind of bamboozle ByuN, but the mass bio... Is he just... Okay. No, you can't just... Oh my god, it's Marauder tight. There is a 900% chance that was not intentional. Alright, butter me up, I'm going in. I have no idea what he was trying... He was obviously trying to wall the ramp. I think he missed by 1 pixel. This is an interesting fight. We're just going back and forth on the bridge. He triggers the Immortal Barrier and now gonna try to target it down, but it's gonna cost a lot of those Marines. ByuN just going. Oh, ByuN just throws every unit. Like, you can't just lose everything. You can't warp in units. What are you doing? He's already pre-pulled the boys here. Every single unit was rallied out. Only a handful of reinforcements. Wow. ByuN is... He's a predator. But Classic is not the easiest prey. Well... Classic taking a third. He limited his economy to deal with this. ByuN actually has 51 SCVs, which is far more than you can really use on 2 bases. Oh, he suspects. He knows the blink is done, clearly. Well, that's kind of an awkward place for a 3rd CC, but yeah, ByuN knows. Does he see the Observer? Oh, the most... Ah, his stim's in. The Marauders. Even Concussive is done. Oh no, there's like 3-4 more seconds. Okay, there weren't 3 or 4 more seconds. There were 2 Stalker deaths of seconds. That was about it. I guess this is actually one of the safest places on the map. Is he gonna chase down those Stalkers with... Where are you going? Let me out. We just started. Let me out. ByuN picks up. No, there's no more room. Let me hang on the outside. It doesn't work like that. ByuN crews over here. Top Gun medevac. Coming to a best of 5 near you, essentially every single day. Because that's how much ByuN plays these tournaments. Ah, yes, nice Reaper wall you made here in the main. Would be a shame if someone took advantage of it. What is he waiting on? Setting up. He's waiting. Oh, he was waiting for boost to be ready again, in case he needs it. Oh no, the map is dark. The main is dark and full of Terrans. He doesn't stim, but oh, there goes the pylon. No charge for you. Keep the change. Delays charge. ByuN still... Those 2 medevacs are just gonna keep... They're gonna live rent-free in Classic's mind. And also, this game has no upkeep. But... The main base is just this wide open... It's a very large main base. Not to main shame, but... It is one of the largest main bases in the map pool, so... Just, like, based on the average. It's averages, okay? There's nothing wrong with that until Marines start dropping from medevacs. Oh, well, that's not ideal. ByuN. A little forward with it. Here comes Classic again. We saw this before, where Classic kind of overstayed his welcome with the Colossi. And that gave ByuN a lot of momentum back. That War Prism looking very juicy. Like, is killing this barracks worth potentially risking your whole army? Like, what is the best case scenario of this fight? He's warping, and how many gates does he have? He has 8 gates. It's not horrible. I feel very stressed out for Classic right now. I really feels like he should not be here any longer. Classic agrees. Probably about 30 to 40 seconds later than I do. But he's right out of that sensor tower range. He's got a Colossus? No, don't do that. Don't what are you doing? Stop that. What are you doing? Put that down. Put that thing down. Oh my god. And you know what else the Vikings hit? Wow. Well, you could not have set it up to be harder countered by Vikings. Well, that's unfortunate. That Prism, the only thing really tying ByuN back at home, as he knows the reinforcements, or in general anything, can't be warped in now. ByuN hits the stim. He wants to make something of it. EMP, there's enough for 1 round of force fields. That's about it. He slices up the army. Oh, ByuN gonna pick up and boost back, and suddenly those force fields become a wall for ByuN. EMPs land, most of the Vikings down, the rest badly bruised. ByuN actually ends up in a supply lead after that battle. Well, 2-2. Not even started for ByuN. He's got an armory. It is +3/+2 on the way for Classic, so he's not been stingy with those upgrades. He's got a 5th Nexus on the way. We're still sliding back and forth, looking for an opportunity. ByuN has the army to win the fight. There are no disruptors yet. He's getting a Dark Shrine before starting any Ruptors, which is a marked difference. Some snipes on Zealots, which is a thing you can do. ByuN, probably the most common player to actually go for it, as he has so many ghosts mixed in. He's got 5. He's building 3 at a time. Enhanced shockwaves are complete. That upgrade going to be gone in the next patch, though the radius of EMP out of the box is going to be increased by half the amount that the shockwaves did. So overall, in the late game, EMP not as devastating, but a few ghosts can get even more done in the earlier game, so we'll see. Well, there is a bunch of warpins on that top left flank. EMP landing washes over the Archons. Vikings knocking down the Colossi. The Archons are all that remain of the splash damage, and the Terran army has been whittled down, but hasn't been enough. The Stalkers suddenly realizing this is not the place they want to be. A few adepts behind the mineral line are not going to be enough to turn the tides for Classic. And where's he going to go? Nowhere. Another Prism. Knocked down by the Vikings. A few adepts behind the mineral line. Annoying, but not even remotely deadly. Even the Vikings will now be repaired and called in. Vikings serving a lot of roles here. Oh, another Prism drop. Classic is an expert on losing Prisms. Oh, he almost flew over the army, but Classic down like 40 army supply. 3 Ruptors on the way at a time, as well as DT Blink. ByuN doesn't have 2-2. Classic's about to have 3-2, which means this army's going to be a lot more capable for at least a little while. The charge lot's coming in again. No Gravitic Drive, no Warp Prism speed. Another Prism down, but the charge lots will drag some of the army back, though that was an... Whoa, whoa! Oh, ByuN. In the danger zone right now. Does he see that observer, or does he just feel like dropping out now? Just want to get out of there right when the boost ends. Oh. 0 for 3. Another shot. ByuN finds the target fire. Oh, I'm not. Actually, that killed a bunch of Zealots as well, that Disruptor. The EMPs land, the Bio Army, no more medevacs, but there's no more splash damage. Those disruptors may be jumping the gun a bit. Oh, we've all prematurely purification Nova'd. Don't lie to yourself, okay? And you should be embarrassed, to be honest. Yeah, you have that many purification novas and you miss all of them. You had your shots. Meanwhile, though, Blank Stalkers on top of the tanks. The purification novas are just as dangerous to the Protoss. The tanks will siege, take some hits. The Bio Army's all over the place. He's just flinging shots out everywhere. Yeah, the EMPs are landing. Classic cannot connect with anything right now. He tried to EMP the Nexus out of recall range, but it had enough energy banked up to maintain the recall. A DT wanders into the main base here. There is a turret at the front. He has to scan. There's still some tanks out here. Chargelot should be able to deal with that relatively easily. He's not going to bother dislodging it at the moment, but ByuN to the north, ByuN to the south, ByuN to the east, and ByuN working to the west. He wasn't behind him yet. Disruptor shot. Ooh, that's a big one! Finally, something connects and he gets the medevac, the alley-oop there, and guess what? ByuN, his army supply shattered now. All it takes is that one good shot. He picks up... Maybe missed a medevac there. He picks up, though. SCVs. They're still... Oh, that's awkward. Recall's on cooldown, by the way. Where you go? Oh, the boost is up. Get out of... There's no way back to the main. He did warp in some stalkers. Feedback. It's... Oh, my God. Abandoned ship. Oh, well. Actually, even... Wow. Oh, not all of us will make it, but ByuN's army makes it to the beach, at least. More EMPs in the center line. There's so much. The disruptor count is so damn high, but the spread is ridiculously good. He's just curving left, right, center. The disruptor, he's got a disruptor for every unit. He doesn't have many other units, though, is the prevailing issue. Oh, ByuN eating a lot of hits, but Classic is still unable to really shift the momentum. You can't win a game with only disruptors. Yes, we'll throw a few asterisks on that, but you do need other units to back them up at some point. Oh, here comes ByuN again. He dodges back. He looked like he wanted to jump. Another shot. Hits the Widow Mine. Just zoning out with more. No Liberators on the way yet. The disruptor count is at 9. Make... A disruptor every single time it cools down. Every single time the Nova fires, he can fire another one. Dodges back. Oh my God, he shot his Immortals in the foot to kill the Widow Mine. Oh no. Oh, PvP is devastating. It bleeds over into this match. The Immortals are now... At least he didn't kill him, I guess. Oh no, that was that. Oh. He clicked on the Widow Mine, not realizing the implications. +3 attack could be taken out because ByuN continues his trend of building his most important buildings in the front. And Classic, very gentlemanly, will let him have them. Probably not expecting +3 to be researched at the third. Anyways, another base down. Disrupt. No! No! What are you doing? Classic! Alright, I think we should nerf disruptors for Protoss' sake. What have you done? He shot the disruptors, and they bounced off the wall into his army. Like Classic has been an architect of his own demise. There goes the prism. Oh my. I am convinced, even with those juicy connections, it may very well have been more damage. Like, Classic may have very well done more damage to himself than to ByuN with these Ruptors. I don't think so, but definitely at these key moments. ByuN has another base, by the way. Like, what is the income? Not great. ByuN, oh my god! When your probes are running away from the army into a planetary, it's not good. Well, Classic is down to 14 probes. He has an army that... There's only 2 ghosts for ByuN. He doesn't really have enough... Stop. You need to stop. You need to be... You need... Someone take his license away. That's too much. Well, that's about as much value as the EMPs could ever get. Alright, stop. Oh my god. These disruptors are so dangerous to the Protoss. Yeah, well... Nope, another shot. No. I need to see it again. What have you done, Classic? He started with the Immortal Ruption. And then...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
We can see a count, by the way. Classic killed 6 Zealots, 3 Stalkers, and 1 Immortal. ByuN killed 8 Stalkers, 4 Zealots, 20 Probes. That's on the other side of the map. 3 Disruptors and an Immortal. So Classic truly did almost as much, especially if you don't count the Probes, Classic did nearly as much damage to himself as ByuN did. Disastrous. Oh my god. Well, that's certainly an ending. That is certainly one of the ways that could end. Classic brought it back to Game 5. And then we went back to the Disruptor Danger Zone. And ByuN, well, he thrives on Danger. Danger is his middle, last, and first name. But he just goes by ByuN because that's what most people do. Like, subscribe. I hope I made your day a little bit better. Good luck, have fun. Stay chill. Oh, Classic, what have you done?